Alright guys, welcome back to another U150 video. Today we're going to be talking about the 2018 Stage 1 Rush build. Now if you know, if you're a fan of the program, you know that I personally just fucking love Stage 1 Rush. It's one of my favorite decks ever. There's just tons of ways to build it. It's got a lot of options. I love everything this deck can bring. I love the fighting build. I love the fairy build. I love any build that you give me about Stage 1 Rush. It's a lot of fun. So this build that we're using is the way that I like to describe this build is it's the anti-Oricorio build. As of late, Grady and I have discovered that Oricorio is a busted card, even talking about banning it or proposing to ban it, as it were. It's a very good card, and Stage 1 Rush just suffers really big to it because the traditional Stage 1 Rush builds play a heavier EV line, a 3/4 EV line. It plays the Vespiquen. It plays a lot more Pokemon that pitch in the discard pile, and you're just going for those one-shots with Vengeance and Be Revenge. And then you have all these other attackers to kind of cover your types, like Abominable, they cover Fighting, Weavile, cover Dark, that sort of thing. And then you have all of your, obviously, Vaporeon, Jolteon, that sort of thing to cover other stuff. So, that's one way of looking at it, but since we decided to put Oricorio in every single deck in this tournament because Oricorio is just that good, we needed to build something that countered that, or rather didn't lose hard to it. This is very close to the build that I played against Grady in the we played a gauntlet tournament against each other where we both built 4 decks, and once one of your decks won, it got retired, and the first one to win 4 games won the tournament. Those are the videos that we only uploaded half of because halfway through uploading them, Porygon Z got banned, and it was kind of pointless to upload the rest of them because it was like, hey, these videos are pointless. So it was that built because I knew that he would put Oricorio and everything, and it definitely did do work because I never needed to pitch a lot of stuff with Vengeance. Like you said, you don't even see Vespiquen in this deck because the point of the deck isn't to pitch a lot of Pokemon. The point of the deck is just to take knockouts with what you can. Abominable is still the best attacker in this list. I actually even considered playing Deontay Prism Star in here because it makes Crab just that much better. And able to hit some really high damage caps with Gutsy Hammer. Imagine Abominable with Deontay Prism Star, Strong Energy, Muscle Band, and then Plus Power Iris, Kukui, that sort of thing, or Black Belt, you know, that sort of thing. And then Gutsy Hammer's just swinging for just a ridiculous amount by that point. But in any case, Abominable is probably one of your main attackers, and then you have all this other stuff that you can do cute stuff with. If your opponent is one-shotting really easily, Fable can come up and kind of counter that. You have Oricorio, Uxie as decent psychic attackers. When we commentate the Stage 1 versus Mewtwo match, if you've looked at the bracket recently, like there's some other cards that need to come in for that matchup, stuff that we once considered playing and don't anymore. Weavile is in here because Rule of Evil can actually take over games if your opponent can't constantly get back their Pokemon Center over and over again. So there's that to deal with, I guess. And then that's why Koko's in the list as well. Like early flying flips can really kind of control games, especially if you're against a deck that requires a lot of energy drops and can't Pokemon Center. And that's one of the things that we've kind of talked about and discussed a little bit is Pokemon Center is in every single deck to counter the spread, yes, but if you're playing a deck that requires a lot of energy to attack, it's really hard to Pokemon Center because of all this extra stuff with that. So yeah, other than that, you'll see like Black Belt Iris, Kukui, Plus Power, Laser, all ways to add damage to get you over some damage thresholds, and not have to worry about pitching Pokemon to the discard pile. There is a lot of recovery to kind of combat that as well. You do play a Time Space Distortion Rescue Stretcher and a Pokemon Retriever as ways to bring stuff back. I do want to play a Super Rod as well. Fuji to put back Celebi EX because Celebi EX is really good in this deck because there's a lot of stuff that relies on special energies. And yeah, I think that about does it for explanations on this deck. I love this deck a lot. So yeah, if you have any questions or have any cooler builds of this, please let me know because there are a lot of cool builds that you can do with Stage 1 Rush. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. If not, have a great rest of your day.